Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome to the podcast, and y'all ask, what I'ma talk about with y'all ass? Everything from Nostradamus, Lil Pump, all the way down to Donald Trump. But black issues will be always at the forefront. Hoodies, I know that's just what y'all want. Black life, black love, all of the above. It's King Rashidi hoodies, isotone gloves. I'm ready. It's Rise Scar Kings. Rest in peace to the God Queens. Hoodies.
Hello, 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 hello.
Peace, what's going on? I want to welcome everybody back to another episode of Hoodies, the podcast, session 12. I am King Rashidi, and I want to thank you in advance for listening. I appreciate that. First and foremost, you already know, I want to give a shout out to the Skill Youth Chess Club. It's the mentoring program specifically designed for black boys. I'm also looking to include black girls, but I can only do that if I have black women to join in with us, so that black women can mentor black girls. You know what I'm saying? You get it. I don't have to go any further into that. But yeah, so I'm looking to include black girls. So sisters, if you know the game of chess and you're looking for a chance to give back and give game to black girls, then let's work. Let's do some work. If you don't know how to play, I'll be willing to teach. You know what I'm saying? So there goes that excuse. So let's do work. Also, if anybody would like to donate to the Skill Youth Chess Club, the link to do so is paypal.me/skill the barbershop. Again, that's paypal.me /skill the barbershop. So yeah, I thank you in advance for your donation. All donations are welcome, but $20 and better receives a free gift. Alright? So I thank you in advance, man. Alright? I want to shout out a business, man. It's in the city of Chicago. It's called All Tech Pro Auto. It's friendly and affordable service. It's located at 6833 South Chicago Ave, Chicago, Illinois 60637. The website is alltechproauto.com. You know what I'm saying? The number to this place is 773-577-9005. And the dopest thing about all of this is that my little brother is the owner of this location. He does some of everything there, man. Computerized diagnostics, tune-ups, starters, alternators, steering and suspension, heating and cooling systems, brakes, air conditioning, major replacements, all that shit, man. Appointments are recommended, but drive-ups are welcome. Give them a call, man. Again, at 773-577-9005, and tell them I am King Rashidi, his big brother, sent you there. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my brother Aaron. You can find him on Facebook too. It's Aaron Auto Repair Norrington. That's NORRINGTON. Word. Shout out to my little bro, man. Do you think? Also, it's what I do all the time. I want to give a shout out to all black people everywhere. Black men, black women, black boys and girls. And an extra special shout out to our elders, man. Thank you. We appreciate your sacrifices. We appreciate all you've done to pave the way for us. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones who didn't do anything, because your inactivity encouraged us to be active. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. I appreciate you. I love black people. Word up. So y'all ready? Alright, let's do it. So once again, welcome to another episode of Hoodies the Podcast, Session 12. Now, let me ask you a question. Alright? Are you protecting your spirit? Your spirit is your soul, your inner self, your essence. Okay? The self that speaks when you meditate. I'm asking you if you are protecting your spirit, because a lot of times I gotta remind myself to protect mine. You feel me? And unfortunately, sometimes it ends up being against one of our own people. However, everybody does it. But all my messages are for my people. Y'all already know that, right? I'm also saying that because I'm, I'm starting to realize that a lot of people will do what is called projection. You know what I'm saying? And what'll happen is they'll project their insecurities and poor self-image off on you. You know, I was just watching the other day. Once again, I had seen this movie quite a few times. Well, not them many times because it's that good of a movie. I don't want to get too tired of it, so I try not to watch it every time it comes on. But I just happened to watch it. I think it was, matter of fact, it was yesterday. I was watching The Pursuit of Happiness, you know, and there's a whole lot of scenes in that movie that I really dig, but one in particular that comes to mind at this very moment is the one where Will Smith's character is talking to his son about playing basketball. And I don't know all the script word for word, but it was along the lines of Will Smith's character telling his son that because the father was not so good at basketball, that and he was basically telling his son that you're only going to be as good as I was, and I was below average. So hey, if you're thinking about doing this, I don't want you out here bouncing this ball around all day. I just don't want you doing that. So his son, he gets upset about it and throws the ball, feeling kind of crushed. And then there's a brief silence there, and then he goes on to say, look, don't let nobody tell you that you can't do something. You know what I'm saying? You got to dream, you got to protect it. Somebody can't do something, they're going to tell you that you can't. He realized that he was projecting his insecurities and possibly poor self-image off on his son. But it was dope because in the scene he caught himself and told him, don't let nobody tell you that you can't do something. Not even me. This is what he said to his son. It's a dope scene. So I'm going to ask you again. Are you protecting your spirit? For example, did you make a big change in your life? You know what I'm saying? Did you change your diet? And now everybody got something to say about it. They want to tell you how you doing too much. Telling you that, hey, I think everybody should just live their lives. And, projecting, their inabilities to discipline themselves, projecting it off on you, making you feel a ways. Did you change your name? Now everybody's got something to say. They want to call you Kunta and shit. I want to ask you rather, why you want to change your name to some African name? Africans don't even accept you. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, the person who's saying this ain't never even been to Africa. So, what the fuck they gonna tell you about Africans not accepting you because you're not from there? The only way I would accept something like that from somebody, like the only way, first of all, you had to have been to the continent, right? Not only that, but for me, you're going to have been to at least 5 different countries in Africa. You know what I'm saying? And talk to at least 5 people about that. You know what I mean? Specifically about how do they feel about American Africans. You know what I'm saying? And then let me know from that right there if the majority of Africans, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that as proof positive that Native Africans don't fuck with us like that. But since most of the people who say it only heard it from somebody else, who heard it from somebody else, who probably had a bad experience from a brother who was from the continent and figured all of them are like that. That's crazy too, because most of us here in America A lot of us don't even get along. You know what I'm saying? Supporting black business is a big issue for us. But yet, everybody wants to place this stigma, you know what I'm saying, on the relationship with, Native Africans and African Americans. You know what I'm saying? So it probably are some who do it. Some African Americans who don't like Africans. There's some people from New York who don't like brothers from Louisiana and vice versa. Some niggas from New York that don't like somebody from California. That's just what it is for us. That's somebody just projecting their bullshit knowledge who don't know shit off on you. That's someone who doesn't identify with being African. So they're trying to say that neither do you. So you were stupid for changing your name. And these are just examples. However, that right there has happened to me because I changed my name. So, did you stop doing something? Did you stop drinking? Stop smoking? I mean, take your pick. Tobacco, weed, crack. I mean, even though I don't know why anybody would be hating on you because you stopped smoking crack, but people do it. Did you stop going to church, the mosque, the lodge? You know what I'm saying? Or did you step down, from a position within these places? Now everybody's claiming that you're giving up on God. That's the stupidest shit. It's stupid to assume such. I guess the big thing is, why do you care? Why do you care? It's like the more and more I think about being happy, the more and more I think it's like I notice when people are happy, right? And it seems like, at least from what I've seen, this is as per my evaluation, my observation. Happy people, I think the reason why they're happy is because they don't give a fuck what nobody else think. That's the reason why that's why I always say that people who are really happy, they ain't beating people over the head about how happy they are. They don't have to. People usually approach them. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, girl, you all happy? Damn, girl. Shoot. Is it your hair? It's that vibe, man. She's happy. Same thing with dudes. Yo, you must have secured the bag, B. Damn, Shin. Alright. Fresh money. Ain't even that. You just in a good space. They're not going to waste their time trying to convince you of it. Happy people don't beat you over the head. When people are good, they don't have to tell you that they're good because they're too busy being good. They don't care what you think. Please. It's like the less I seem to care about other people's opinion, the freer I feel. Fuck them. Just fuck them, man. Just be happy. You do what's best for you. Be happy. You know what I'm saying? Word. Protect your spirit, man. Just simply be happy. And be happy. Just stop giving a fuck what people think. 'Cause everybody's fronting. Everybody's picking and choosing which facet of, life that they want to subscribe to, and then shit, look down their noses on other people. Just do you. Be happy. Stop caring. I also want to talk about what a lot of people call the N-word. The N-word, nigga. How do y'all feel about that? I know this is this ain't a new topic, but I'm not sure if I talked about it in any of these podcasts before, but if I did, oh well. Blame it on my head, not my heart, or however the saying goes. But my take on the word nigga, what I mean by the word nigga, I mean when white people use it. or non-black people use it. That's what I mean. I should have been more specific at first. But granted, it's not the most popular word that we could be using. However, you know how, well, how about I just give you some examples? I got a story for everything, right? When I was in the Navy, we were deployed. I forget where we was, probably somewhere in the Middle East, somewhere sailing them seas over there. And on the ship, they would have, ship phones, where you can actually call back home, and talk to your family, your kids and all that. It was ill how they, was able to do that. But anyway, standing in line, I heard one dude say to another dude, these were Caucasians, and one dude called the other dude, he said, "Man, shut up, you fucking kike." And the dude kind of just laughed and said something in return. Not necessarily sure what he said to him in return. But the two of them seemed to have that type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? Maybe those words meant something different to them. You know what I'm saying? But do you think I could get up in that conversation and say, "Yo, you a funny kike"? Do you think I could do that? Hell no. No, absolutely not. Not without there being a serious problem. Early in my haircutting career, in fact, the place where I got licensed as a barber, it was this Hispanic salon / barbershop called Hair Designs by Toby. Right? So in this barbershop / salon was, well, the owner she was Puerto Rican by way of New York. Danny, he was, is Colombian. Benny's Puerto Rican. Osnel is Cubano. And Miriam, she is Honduran. Honduran. And then I think it was like 2 Mexican women who also worked there, and then including me, the brother, right? So I'm listening. So I'm cutting this dude's hair. He's a Puerto Rican cat. So when he comes in the barbershop and he's there with a couple people who were either getting haircuts also after him or they was just with him. Anyway, so the dude had a serious Spanish accent or Puerto Rican accent, whatever you want to call it. So he asked me he said, "Do you have some yed?" That's what he said. He said, "Do you have some yed?" So his friend hearing this said, "It's gel, you fucking spick." and they all laughed. You know what I'm saying? They laughed when he said that. So do you think I could have chimed in and said, "Boy, y'all spick, y'all something else"? No, I'd probably get cut the fuck up. I mean, even if it wasn't in that type of scenario, do you think I could do that? Do you think I could just say spick and that be cool? No. Once again, I'd get cut the fuck up. Do you think, come on, how about I've been around females to where one female would be like, "Ooh, I can't stand his ass, little trifling, stinking ass." And then our friend would be like, "Bitch, please, I saw you over there talking to him earlier. Stop fucking around." And then the girl would be like, "Ah, yeah, bitch, please. Yeah, you got that right." Come on. Do you think I could walk up to this group of sisters and be like, "Yo, bitches, what's good, bitches?" Hell no. I'd fucking die. Something would seriously happen. And if they didn't do it, trust me, some brothers attached to them would. So, with all of that said, no, it's not okay for white people to say nigga. I guess, some women using bitch as a term of endearment at particular times is between them. That's the relationship they have. That's the vernacular that they rock with. I'm not a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't even want to be a part of that. As far as the situation with the Puerto Ricans, nah. That's something between them. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, it's actually pretty arrogant, you know, for a Caucasian to say, well, y'all say nigga, I should be able to say it too. But everything's different for black folk. You know, if you love black people, one of the first things people ask you is, do you like white people? That's what they'll say. Do you like white people? I've been asked that a lot. When all I did was just express my love for my people. Yeah, something else I wanted to talk about is the LeBron James school, the I Promise school. I don't know if any of you have seen the cast, not the cast, but the staff at this school. I admit the first time I saw it, it was online. It was on Instagram. And I saw a picture of it, and okay, you know, right off rip, I don't just believe stuff right off rip. I go various places. I'll go to either Google. I'll probably, if not Google, I'll probably check one of the books in my library, my little library up front. Or, you know what I'm saying, I might hit YouTube or something like that. You know what I mean? I'll go somewhere to try to verify what I just saw. So what I did when I saw this picture of the staff at I Promise, I went to, you know, I just Googled I Promise, and boom, you know, it came up. So I went thumbing around. I noticed that I suppose it's sponsored by Akron Public Schools, but it's in conjunction with Akron Public Schools. So I go to the staff section, whatever, and I see the very same picture I saw on Instagram. Only under the picture on the website, there's, you know, it's a brief description of everybody who's in the picture. There's teachers, nurses, yada yada yada, all that stuff. But I noticed that there were 35 people in staff total. Perhaps there's more. I didn't see it on the website, and I looked. It was 35 people, and out of the 35, 10 of them were black. And out of those 10 black folk, only 2 of them were brothers. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, this school is supposed to be for at-risk youth. So, and with the 25 remaining white people, most of them are white women. So, I was under the impression, because I remember when I first saw, because I get a lot of my news from like Twitter and stuff like that. So I'm on Twitter and I see LeBron James opens a school, blah blah blah. So I look a little further into it and I see the picture and it's that and the third. I see how there's free tuition, free uniform, something like that, free bike and helmet. Free transportation within a 2-mile radius, something like that. I mean, you know, man, some hefty shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, this is dope. And I remember after reading that, after it sunk in, after the newness and you know, after the newness of the fact that, you know, the best player in the world has done something so noble. After the newness wore off, then I started to wonder, well, I wonder if they, you know, I wonder if they got some black teachers, because if this is for, you know, if this is for, you know, at-risk youth, you know, are there going to be some brothers there to, you know, be able to relate to these at-risk black boys? You know what I'm saying? And there's only two there that I see now, but that's what I was thinking before I seen that picture. You know, I'm thinking, wow, you know, he's probably going to have some black teachers, the whole nine. I was wondering, would they have that? Then I see the picture, and it just blew my mind. I could see if Phil Jackson was opening this school, then it would make sense. I could see if Greg Popovich was opening this school, it would make sense. You know what I'm saying? Mostly white folk with some black folk sprinkled in there. Okay, I get it. White man, he's creating jobs for his people. I wouldn't even take that personal. I just don't. At least not anymore. So, you know, you would think that with LeBron James, it would have been the other way around. Predominantly black with some white folks sprinkled in there. I'm not saying the school has to be all black. I mean, that would be dope. Trust me, that would be better. But that's just not going to happen. LeBron James is pretty close to the establishment, or he's up there. He's rubbing elbows with some pretty prominent white folk who can help to push his brand. And I started to think and look a little deeper, and I believe LeBron James is, I believe, just 20% of his money is in the school. Don't quote me on that. If you know accurately, and for sure, leave a comment. Correct me, please. But his hands is not all. I don't even think he was a part of the hiring process. Because since it's a public school, it's for Akron Public Schools. That just sounds like, you know what I mean? It sounds more like the state owns the school. And I don't know, maybe that's where LeBron comes in at. The free tuition and the free uniforms and this, that, and the third. Maybe that's his contribution to the school. I don't know. I admit, I don't know all the ins and outs. I just noticed, what the staff look like. And it made me wonder about all those at-risk black boys and girls. And how it's predominantly white women. So it makes me ask the question, what was the promise? You know what I'm saying? The school is called I Promise. What was the promise? More of the same shit? I mean, that's actually part of our problem. Well, the problem's bigger than that. But the problem in public schools is that there are white women in the schools who don't know how to handle growing black boys. That's where black men would come in at. You trying to tell me this is LeBron James' name is on this school? Well, not his name, but his likeness and influence, and it's like a shrine up in there. He's got his shoes and a whole nine in there. So you trying to tell me no brothers tried to apply for this school? You telling me only 2 brothers were qualified? That's not making a lot of sense to me. So I don't even think he was a part of the hiring process. That don't make sense. Like, you didn't do anything different. What did you do different? What was the promise? Don't get me wrong. I'm not speaking ill of LeBron James. I'm not. In fact, I think his heart is in the right place. I think what he's doing is dope. So I'm not down on him, and this is just the beginning. Who knows? Things could change. Doubt it. But who knows? But LeBron James he's an athlete. He's a somewhat socially conscious athlete. So I'm not expecting a whole lot from an athlete. I'm just saying. I can see if, I could see if he was Dr. Umar and he finally opened up his school, and then this is what the case was. Predominantly white. It's like, what? The fuck? But LeBron's, LeBron James is not a scholar. He's an athlete. And this is his contribution to, to at-risk youth. Hey, it is what it is. So I'm not putting a whole lot of weight on that. I'm not expecting a whole lot from an athlete or a musician anyway. Once again, I want to give a shout out to my brother at All Tech Pro Auto. You know what I'm saying? Give him a call. Get at him. You know what I'm saying? Let me find that number again. I'm bugging. I should have had it right here. Yeah, the number is 773-577-9005. Tell him I am King Rashidi sent you. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, another shout out to the Skill Youth Chess Club. Y'all take it light, man. I love y'all. Keep healing. Stay dope. Stay black. I am King Rashidi, and this is Hoodies. Peace.
What the fuck about your ass? Who? Oh fuck. Hoodies. I'm ready. God. Queens.